There's a story about a man who really believed in God. Not the big God, but the little God. Every day he would pray, he would put flour, he would put water, and he never missed saying his prayer every day. But one day his neighbor come and said, "Brother, I heard in the radio our village is going to be flooded." He said, "Don't worry about us, God will protect me." So his friend left, and then there is a loud knock on the door, and then there's a Red Cross. The Red Cross people said, "This village will be flooded, but don't worry, we have big boat outside. We're going to take you to a dry ground." The man said, "Don't worry about us, God will protect me." And then the water continued to rise. By 12 o'clock at night, he was sitting on top of the roof of his house. When his wife got angry, he said, "Why don't we take the boat, We'd be safe by now." The man said, "You don't believe me, God will come to save us." No sooner he said that, there's a bright light in the sky, and he said to his wife, "You see, God's coming." But when the light came closer and closer, it wasn't God. It was a white helicopter with UN painted on the bottom of it. And the man on the helicopter said, "Don't worry, we're going to save you. We're going to put you in the high ground, in the dry ground." And the man shouted back, he said, "Don't worry about us. I'm not worried, God will save us." But his wife got angry and took the children and went on the helicopter, leaving him alone in the dark. The water continued to rise, and by 2 o'clock, it had reached his nose. Now he was worried. And when you're worried, you tend to get angry. So he got angry with God. So he shouted at God. He said, "What kind of God are you? I give you flour, I give you water every day. I pray to you every day, but now I need you. You don't come." Suddenly, the rain stopped. The cloud moved apart, and a huge lightning struck the ground, turning nighttime into daylight. And a huge voice come from heaven. God spoke. He said, "What do you mean I don't help you? I send your neighbor. I even bring the Red Cross, but I send you the UN, but you don't want to come." In all religion, it is said that God only helps those who help themselves, right? Even in Buddhism, it said, if people are suffering, we have to look inside ourselves, because the Lord Buddha cannot make us happy. Happiness always comes from our own action. So, hope is always a choice, and the purpose is to understand that, and the difference between between success and happiness. Both success and happiness is a choice. When children are born, when we were very little, all of us full of hope. You see children, small children, even poor children, rich children, their eyes is dense, there is light dancing on the top of the eyes. But as we get older and older, that light start to come down, and we start looking down into the floor. Hope have disappeared. Life tend to do that to us. We tend to struggle, and then first we struggle, we fight, and then when that doesn't happen, we become angry, and then eventually we accept. We said to ourselves, "This is as good as it gets. I have no choice." So all we do is we just wait and we just survive. We no longer try to be successful anymore. As long as things are not getting worse than this, I'm okay. And this is so sad, because most people in the world behave this way, believe this way. They believe this is as good as it gets. This is because they look at destiny rather wrongly. Most people believe that destiny is passive, something we cannot control, like the way we were born, for example, and our environment, including our home environment, school environment, our work environment. So if we have a good teacher, we can be successful. If a bad teacher, that's just too bad, This is as good as it gets. So most people accept that because they misunderstood that destiny have two parts, not one part, but there are two parts. One, like I said, is a passive part. There's something we cannot do anything about. But there's the other part. This is the active part. This is something that we can control. This is our thought and our action. So destiny consists of two parts, the passive and the active part. Sometimes in our life is not good, not so good, because that's the passive part. But most people said, I have no choice. This is as good as it gets, because they don't use and they don't understand. They have the active part. This is our thought and our action. And so these two create success in the future, not only just one part of our life, but both parts. We have to manage our destiny. Don't let our destiny manage us. But how can we manage our destiny? Like they said, this is a $64 million question. And we don't have time to do that now, but in the next segment of this Life, Love and Leadership, we'll talk about it when we talk about the natural law of success. For now, thank you very much.